everybody. It is December 4th and time for this week's Friday Funnies. And while Christmas is still 3 weeks away, the comedy gifts have been arriving daily. Just this week, President Obama announced his new plan for Afghanistan. He's going to send in Tiger Woods' wife with a 7-iron. And the list of Tiger's lovers continues to grow, the latest additions being Tariq and Michaela Salahi, who said, hey, Tiger really invited us to join him in an affair. And Tiger Woods dropped out of his own golf tournament this week to go hiking on the Appalachian Trail. But enough stories about strokes and scores and the double meaning of the word putts. Let's talk about the real idiots in the news, because we had real newsmakers this week who did real stuff that was even dumber. We're going to start off with Patricia McCollop, who on Thanksgiving Day was busy preparing the family meal when her daughter started giving birth. So Patricia divided her time between the bird that was in the oven and the bun that was coming out of the oven. She called 911 and the dispatcher talked her through the delivery process while she was watching the Food Network, which talked her through the meal preparation. It was only after the delivery that she got a little bit confused. She took the baby and covered it with warm gravy and garnished it with parsley. You know, Americans are getting fatter by the minute, and this obesity thing has really become a problem. For instance, you have to buy 2 airplane seats if you can't fit into one. But finally, somebody has come to the help of the hefty who need a place to sit. Michael Schmidt is a plus-sized fellow himself, and he said that in the past his corpulence has caused him to break more than a couple toilet seats. So rather than give up, reading altogether, he has come up with a new plus-sized toilet seat. It's larger, it's stronger, and it's more durable, and even has a cup holder to hold your milkshake. You know, nobody ever said that bank robbers were the smartest people on earth, and that was proven again twice this week. In Waukesha, Wisconsin, a man showed up at the Guardian Credit Union wearing a ski mask and had a gun in his hand. He showed up at 5:36 p.m. Unfortunately for him, the bank closed at 5:30. So here he is on the other side of the door, wearing his ski mask, knocking on the door with the gun in his hand. Since he was locked out, the police were called and now he is locked up. In his defense, he said he needed the money to get a new watch. Meanwhile, in Prince Frederick, Maryland, 2 men were intent on robbing the PNC Bank down there, but they had the address a little bit wrong and instead wound up next door at the Lee Funeral Home. An employee at the funeral home tried to convince these guys that, hey, this isn't a bank, but they weren't satisfied, and they even tried to take a hostage. They finally left the hostage behind when they found out that the box he was laying in at the time wouldn't fit in the trunk of their car. And this is the season for giving. And in Marietta, Ohio, a charity received the gift of an antique jug. You know, the kind of jug that Jed Clampett used to keep his corn squeezins in. But this one was not filled with moonshine, it was filled with marijuana. They found 4 bags of weed inside that pot worth about $1,500. And authorities have said that they would be happy to return the pot to its rightful owner if he will just come forth and claim it. My prediction is that next week we're going to be having part 2 of this story as the jughead goes to claim his jug and winds up in the jug. And you gotta love a story with this many jugs in it. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. There will be no Friday Funnies next week. I will be on the road delivering merriment to the masses. But we will be back on the 18th of December with more holiday funnies. Until then, have a great week. Well, have a great 2 weeks. See you then.